Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a magic review. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back, and it's the weekend. It is the weekend. This weekend, we're gonna do something special. We're gonna highlight 2 downloads that you can pick up at penguinmagic.com. Okay, these are creators that you've probably not heard of, but that's okay. I like to use my channel to highlight people and get magic out there, get magic known that maybe might be flying under the radar. Case in point, today we're gonna look at Original Fear from Ren X. Original Fear, Ren X. You can find this at Penguin Magic for $25. What is it? This is a download, like I said, so you get nothing, you get nothing. You will have to go out and buy some stuff because this is a thread on razor blade effect. So in the effect, what Ren does is he has a single razor blade, one, puts it onto his tongue, chews it up, it's gone completely, can't find it. Take something like a glass of water or something and drink the water, show your mouth completely empty, they cannot find it. You then take some thread, throw that in your mouth, chew that up, and then pull the thread out, and dangling from the thread will be one razor blade. One razor blade. So it's a one razor blade, thread on, one razor blade. What do you need? Well, you'll need to go buy razor blades, right? And they're the old school kind, not the kind that you use to put in a X-Acto knife, not those. Right? You want the kind that are used for shaving. They're much thinner, right? They're flexible. I think you can get about 100 of them for $16 on Amazon, but yeah, you'll have to get them online. There aren't any places now but that sell them in stores, but you don't need 100. You can get a smaller set, like you can get 10, okay? And just make a couple gimmicks. Of course, you'll need the thread also. He's gonna advise you that you have some sort of prepping tool. Now, the prepping tool you may have lying around the house already, but if you bought that along with your razor blades, it'd be about another $8. Then you're gonna need all the standard arts and crafts equipment like scissors and tape and double stick tape and all that stuff. And then you're done. And so then you'll watch the video. The video is 32 minutes long, so it's nice and long. Most of it is prep. Most of it is construction, okay? You're gonna build this yourself. He keeps it all in a little Altoids tin. So he opens the Altoids tin. Maybe you have some extra blades in there just to show like, look, I got all these razor blades. You'll just take one out. But if you want, you could have all 10 in there and they could all be prepped. If you want to do it that way. And that might be pretty, convincing. You could just say, hey, point to one. You want this one? I'll grab this one. And you put it in your tongue and swallow it and you're good to go. Most of the video is prep, okay? So the good news is while he's prepping it, he's kind of overviewing it and telling you like how this is gonna all come together. Because once he's done and he has the actual gimmick, then he has to explain what's happening, but he can't show you inside his mouth, right? So this is all happening through sleight of tongue or sleight of mouth, right? So that's how hard it is. You're doing all this mental gymnastics in your mouth. Now, of course, you're not actually doing what you're doing, right? You're not actually threading a thread through a razor blade. That'd be impossible, right? So he's telling you what's happening. So he might hold the blade against his cheek and kind of like tell you where it is in his mouth at that moment. And he's gonna walk you through all of that. The best part of it was a live performance. They shoot it vertical this time. With the camera. He's seated in a chair. He walks through the whole thing, and then off to the side in the black space of the video, there's words. And so you can read kind of like as a director's commentary of what's happening in real time. So he's explaining, this is what I'm doing now, this is what you're gonna do, this is what the spectator sees, this is how I react. The whole thing is a couple of minutes. You're just gonna milk it for as long as you can because the spectator really believes the blade is gone, right? And they really believe you're doing what you're doing. You'll get a nice strong reaction. And if you're the geek type of magician or you like doing these kind of like fun stunts or you have never tried it but you'd like to, right? This is definitely kind of a David Blaine style little piece of oddity, a little piece of weirdness. And it's not hard to do. It's not hard to do. Once you make the gimmick, It's pretty easy. And you're not really going to swallow razor blades, so don't worry, okay? But word of warning, everything you're seeing is real, right? The razor blades are real, the thread is real. You are sticking these objects in your mouth. There is a real potential danger to cut yourself, right? So he's going to walk you through making it as safe as possible, okay? And that partially goes back to that tool I mentioned that you may have lying around your house. But, you know, it's only going to be as safe as you make it. So if you're overly cautious, I would recommend that you make it extra safe. And I would recommend that you do as much as you possibly can to ensure your safety, right? Yeah, so don't want to stick real razor blades in our mouth. That's bad. I need my mouth for later so that I can eat chocolate chip cookies, right? I don't want to miss that. So yeah, just be safe, kids. Be safe. And if you're under 18, definitely get your parents to help you, okay? Explain to them what's going on. You might have to reveal the trick to them in order to make it realistic, okay? I would recommend, you know, get a pack of 10, gimmickize them all, and then you'll have them ready to go. You can use them over and over again, okay? They're not gonna, you might have to do a little bit of upkeep to them every now and then, but you won't ever have to buy new blades. And no one's gonna wanna keep your old blade as a souvenir, okay? Plus, you can't give it out, okay? It's gimmickized. So no giving out the blade at the end of this. There's no examination, okay? But yeah, that's it. Really the only negatives is a little high. The price tag, 25 bucks for a download. If I didn't have to go out and buy more stuff, then maybe. But just the fact that I have to go buy more stuff in addition to this makes the 32 minutes seem a little high. That's almost $1 a minute, really, okay? And I think if you want people to buy your download, you'd make it a little more on the cheaper side. Like I would say this is probably $15. Just my opinion, That's probably a price point that I think would be a little bit more appropriate, and then people might actually want to purchase it. $25 to get nothing. Plus I have to go out and buy more stuff. May have to even buy a tool, right? So yeah, but then again, it's just my opinion. Original Fear, Ren X, penguinmagic.com, $25. That's where you want to go. Thanks guys, I'll see you next time, bye. Hey, and lastly, I would like to remind you that mine is not the only voice out there. When making a magic purchase, be sure to watch other review channels to get a well-rounded opinion. Please don't take my word for it. I am just one voice. There are plenty of other fantastic review channels out there, and you should be listening to all of them. I've included several of my favorite channels here, but I'm sure you know of a few others. Please do yourself a favor and subscribe and follow these talented people as well, so that you're always making the best purchase possible that fits your style and your character. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.